appreciated the opposing coach, Alfonso Sosa. We had a good conversation in the locker room before the game. Seems like a really nice guy, and it helps obviously having Gonzo on the staff, but good interaction between the squads, which I appreciated. We exchanged jerseys, and it was nice. It was good.
Jackson Feltz.
Coach Schmetzer, what did you boys from Henry Wingo tonight specifically?
He was okay. I mean, all the young kids, I think they learned a couple things, because what we talked about in the locker room afterwards, just, identifying opportunities. So Henry is so fast, right? But sometimes I don't think he sees the opportunity to use his speed. So it's just, he needs a little seasoning. He needs a little bit of, experience at this level, because it was a little bit faster than what he was used to at the University of Washington. So just being able to identify opportunities when he can be dangerous. I thought defensively he did the work. He works hard. Technically he was okay. So we're just work in progress.
Harvey?
Coach, more generally, with the young guys that you did put out there, what was it that you wanted to kind of see out of them, especially because you had some veterans mixed in there? What were you looking to get out of those young guys tonight?
I wanted to get a little bit of experience out of them. I wanted to get a little bit of self-expression. I'll say it like that. So, Zach Mathers is, kid with good feet, and, he can kick the ball really hard, and he switching balls, stuff like. I needed him to do that. I needed Henry to find those opportunities to, get after people. Jordy DeLem, I wanted him just to be steady. Right back may or may not be his ultimate position within the group, but just lock a guy down. Just make sure that his guy doesn't do anything. The other side with New, I think New is certainly a work in progress, but I needed him to use his God-given talents a little bit more as well, So it's just getting them to express themselves and try and make an impact in the game.
Nico?
Benson's been a player that you have a lot on the field. You give him a lot of minutes. What is so special about him? And then how do you think he did tonight?
Good. He showed us now 2 games in a row he can play center back. So he was good, steady, solid. Him and Tony, I think, did an okay job.
Kraz?
Coach, what were some of the differences in style of play from this Liga MX side that you either had to prepare for or notice and had to make adjustments as opposed to opposing MLS teams?
Well, their style of play is, I guess you would say, not that unlike some of the teams we play against. I mean, they were a good possession-based team. They like to knock the ball around. I think the MLS has grown to a point where we can say the same thing about ourselves. I mean, we don't have the stats here as far as possession percentage or whatever, but from my eye test, there were times when, we knocked the ball around a lot. So good possession teams, you got to watch for little 1-2s. That's universal almost in any given opportunity, any given moment in playing against MLS teams or Liga MX teams. But certainly they were good. They were active. They came to play. So I thought the game was okay.
Felipe?
Coach, in the past, in another friendlies, there has been a lot of substitutions, 5, 6. You only did 2. What is the value that you see on keeping the core of the players on these kind of games?
Well, we have a lot of guys out on international duty. There were some guys that we held out just for rest. And then S2 has a game tomorrow. So I could have substituted some of the other young kids that we had on the bench in, but they have to play a game tomorrow. So it was a combination of some things. And then the most important thing would be I needed some guys to get 90 minutes fit. So that was a reason for the lack of substitutions mainly.
Before we go around for follow-ups, Miles, did you still have one?
No, I'm good.
Okay, back to Jackson.
Coach, you talked about international duty right there. Thoughts on Clint Dempsey's hat trick last night?
We were hooting and hollering at home. Just, it was good. We were happy with the success that the team had. And I think you heard Clint's commentary after the game. He was, focusing on the team, making sure that everybody knew that, he looked pretty happy, but, it's about the team and getting them qualified. So all around, it was a good evening.
Go to stretch in the back there.
Adekoya, your thoughts on his minutes on the pitch?
Well, you guys can see the potential there, Matt. I mean, kid's fast as lightning. Had a couple good touches. Wish he would have hit that one first time, but again, that's just the seasoning that comes with playing some games and getting that experience. UCLA certainly is a good program. Certainly think that college soccer has some good players in there, but you don't have time inside the 18-yard box on a pro level to take a touch, extra touch. Guys are going to close you down. So, learning experience for him.
Maz?
And what was your overall take on the defensive play of the goalkeeper? I know you said it's a little experience, but what are some of the things that you saw?
From Tyler?
Yeah.
I thought he was okay. I mean, look, there were a couple moments where, Tommy will work with him and get him to, figure out what he could have done better. But overall, I thought he was okay. I don't fault him on the last goal.
Yeah, it's been one the communication and distribution. What did you overall think of that?
It was okay. He can kick the ball pretty far. We work on playing out of the back, but that was a kind of young and inexperienced group. So I thought the balance of us trying to play out at times versus kicking it long, I thought was pretty okay. His distribution after he catches the ball, makes a save or a cross, I think is pretty good. He got us going in attack fairly quickly. It's one of the things we're looking for.
Steven?
Mr. Roldan's your captain tonight. How did you decide where the armband was going to go?
Sometimes you make decisions to, test people. Sometimes you make decisions to reward people. Sometimes you make decisions to, just see how people react in certain situations. I think Christian has the ability to be a leader on the team. Now, I'm not forcing that, on him. Just wanted to see how he would react, how he would respond, and let him grow a little bit. Because, hopefully we have him for many, many, many years.
Ryan?
Coach, you just mentioned, how do you think he handled the responsibility of wearing the armband tonight?
Good. You saw him. He was working hard, organizing guys. One of the things we do is stay high on goal kicks, on their goal kicks, organize guys. I thought he was great.
Anything else, guys?
That one more.
Yeah,
Jordan's
Maz?
supposed to be coming back. Is that true?
He's coming back tomorrow.
You've talked to him, obviously.
Training's half.
How's he feeling?
According to them, he's okay.
His spirits?
Spirits?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little dejection, but he's going to come back and look for the big.
That much, Masvita, I don't know. They didn't go into that much detail. They were talking more about his ankle rather than his mental state of mind.